But I was, I'm a bit of a fan of Villa this year, right? So they're my team. I'm like, yeah, come on, Villa. For no particular reason other than I just like the way they play and their striker, Watkins. But they were so open at set plays, like their own at set plays. It was ridiculous. I mean, I think Match of the Day highlighted it, but it was like so obvious. You can't do that at Liverpool. You can't leave yourself 60-yard runs with Mo Salah. And
it was so obvious that Stuart Pearce called it on air as it happened.
Did he?
Yeah, literally. As soon as that corner was taken,
they're in trouble here.
Yeah.
And anyway, I mean, I think for Liverpool that was a bit of a gift, those goals, but they still look incredibly strong. Still got this option of like 4 or 5 up the top of the pitch, 2 on the bench, 3 who are playing all the time. Just rotate those. Wow, that goal tally that they're going to have at the end of the season is going to be hard to match. And the role they're on at the minute, they look very, very much the favourites, don't they?
Absolutely. Now we know that Brighton, the Amex, is not an easy place to go to. Spurs found out the hard way when they were 2-0 up and lost 3-2. Spursy, again on a Sunday. Spursy. Yeah. But Manchester City, who were 1-0 up, ended up losing 2-1.
Second half, superb from Brighton. Yeah. Done well, the young manager, because he made a couple of changes and it definitely made an impact.
Which he did in the Spurs game. He did the exact same thing.
Yeah. And, as a manager, sometimes you get on a run like that. You get super confident with your changes. They've worked out in the previous game. Then you just back it up. You feel confident. You bang them on. And the players he must be putting me on for a reason. There's like a confidence thing with the squad as well and the staff. So, those changes he made were massively important. And a great win, and Pep and Man City. I've got you a little tip, though, right? So the Premier League as it stands today, Man City played 11 games, got 23 points. Well, in 2021 and 2022, when they won, they had 23 points at this stage. And in 2020 and 2021, when they won the Premier League, they had 21 points. So don't be writing them off just yet.
No,
even Pep was like sort of going, maybe it's another one to probably turn to win it. No, don't get sucked in. He still thinks they can win it, and they're still in a great position to win it. It's Liverpool who have actually set the bar really high.
They have. What do you think Pep was saying to Van Heck after the game? Did you see that?
Yeah, they had that tussle, didn't he?
Yeah.
And Haaland, and it looked a little bit. I thought Haaland actually was a little bit more aggressive than the player. Personally.
Haaland is aggressive.
Yeah.
Again, talking about housery in football.
To be fair, Haaland gave him a little run around in the first half.
Yeah.
He could have had an hat trick, really. He took him down the side. Centre half wasn't anywhere near him.
No.
So he'd struggle against him. So maybe there was a little bit of verbals or whatever. But
yeah, they had a long conversation, Pep and him.
Well, sometimes you go up to play and what do you do that for? Sort of.
Do you?
Yeah.
Come on, give me an example when you've done it to someone.
Well, I've done it. And a player has gone out high on one of my players.
Yeah.
What do you do that for? You're a better player than that. Why would you go around that? And then obviously they're still hyped up from the game. They'll say something back. What has he got to do with you? Or something like that. And then it can get a bit heated.
Really?
Well, you try to, and someone else gets involved, and then you think, why did I say anything? You walk off.
Does it ever happen? They come back and you go, yeah, but you're rubbish, mate.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. All that banter. What have you ever done? All that sort of stuff.
Because it looked like what Pep was doing, because for the cameras he was like smiling. But I love when Pep does that. When he goes over to the ref, he's like, thank you so much. Thank you. He's being really sarcastic. He does sarcasm, Pep, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he does, he does that coaching one at the side of the pitch where he says like he's not doing it for the cameras, it's just part of him, which I genuinely believe that's true, because I think sometimes straight after a game when you're on a pitch you want to get that point out to him. Do you know what I mean? So I think he was just sort of saying, come on, young'un, don't be you're too good to do that. He'd have said something like that.
I don't know. Van Heck held his hand longer. A bit like when there was Conte and Tuchel.
Oh, you held it too long.
Yeah.
Tuchel, yeah. Tuchel was a bit out of order that day.
Some superb results at home.
He's done a super job, that manager. He's so he looks like a little baby on the line, doesn't he? That young, youthful face looking at the camera, manager. But what a job he's doing, and what super players they have there. Well, brilliant club.
You look at their results. They beat Everton 3-0 away. They beat Manchester United.
They've only been beat twice all year. That's outstanding. And they're right in there, same points as Chelsea as Arsenal.
Yeah, they've only lost to Chelsea and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Which is no shame
in that.
Absolutely. So the Brighton defeat meant that Pep has now lost 4 in a row, and he had some very interesting things to say in the post-match press conference.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. So I'm pretty sure all the other 90 teams in the Premier League, they want to finish their season. Sport is nice when they are, another one is winning. It doesn't matter. Listen, maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. Maybe not. I know sometimes the reaction from many of you when we scored a goal in Wolves in the last minute, how disappointed they were. You know that? You know perfectly. So it's happened. It's normal. So every time winning the same team, but that is what is nice, to make them wrong. But right now they are right. So we are not consistent for the time many times, but we will see. We will see in the future.
I love when people get rattled. And Pep, he always does the one the schedule's been tough. It's going to happen when players come back. Maybe after 7 years, 6 Premier Leagues, maybe 1 year another team deserves it. He's just throwing the fact that they just win all the time. So don't talk to me about losing a couple of games.
Yeah,
I just think it's brilliant.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.